Hay, nakoy pangutana. Nakasulay na ba ka nga nagpalit ka sa tindahan niya ang sukli nga nahatag sa tindira sa mga kay sobra, no? So, kay sobra man niya ang sukli nga nahatag, ikaw ang tao, nagkuhan ka nga, imo ba iuli ang sobra nga sukli or imo lang i-keep sa imong kaugalingon, di ba? I'm sure nakasumuhay siguro ka na. If wala man, then sumayi. Di, little joke lang. So, in that scenario, reveals a big question about morality. So, I'm Christian Dilapotot from BSIP 2A, and today we're diving into the world of ethical theories, where duties stand firm, where rules argue with consequences, character tries to stay pure, and society negotiates peace like a group project done right. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Before we dive in, we need to understand first what is an ethical theory. Okay? So, ethical theory is a structured way of thinking about what is right or wrong, good or bad. It provides us principles or guidelines that help us people make decisions in different situations. So, think of ethical theory like a map. So, if mawala ka, kay mo man tanawon ang map sa or mag-base ka sa map kung unsa nga direction imong or unsa nga sakto nga direction imong need nga sundon, di ba? So ethical theory works the same, no? When you face moral decisions or choices in life, i-guide ka sa ethical theory to make the right moral decisions. Muna siya ang sa ethical theory, okay? So, let's start. First on the list, we have deontology. Deontology comes from the Greek word deon, which means duty. In other words, deontology is an ethical theory that states that the morality of a human act depends on whether it fulfills a duty or not, rather than on virtue or consequences. And according to Immanuel Kant, who was the most important thinker associated with deontology, he added or believed that the only way an action is deemed morally right is if the will or motive of the individual performing the actions have a good will or intention. No, for example, akong iro ay tantag allergic siya sa kanang sardinas, no? Nya, akong silingan. So, akong silingan buutan niya. Nag-decide siya nga kanang tagaan niya or dahugan niya og sardinas ang akong iro. Pero akong iro, niya siya kay bawo nga akong iro dili allergic siya sa sardinas, no? Niya, kaya gikaan man sa akong iro ang sardinas, nagka-allergic reaction siya. So, bad outcome. But if you base on kanang deontology, ang akong silingan, dili na ko siya murag ma-blame. His actions is not morally wrong. Mahog siya nga sakto, no? Kay just like Immanuel Kant stated, an action is deemed morally right is if the will or the motive of the individual performing the action is good, rather than focusing on the consequences. So, mo siya, no? Ang sa deontology. So, another thing about deontology is that it tends to focus more on the intention of the action rather than the outcome of that action. So, matong example ng ganina nga kanang akong iro kay nagka-allergic reaction, nakagasto pa ko, ipag-veterinarian, pero di na ko matawag nga sayop ang di na ko mukhang nga morally wrong ang ikon sa silingan, kaya yung intention, lagan na ng iro, di naman bad intention, di ba? So, good intention siya. So, based on deontology, morally right ang gikuan sa kanang kausilingan. Here are the three categorical imperative formulations that Immanuel Kant viewed what morality is based on deontology. So first, we have the universalizability principle. It means that act only according to that maxim, which you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law without contradiction. Medyo lamlam siya, no? So, in simple words, it's like before ka magbuhat sa kabutang, like example, pagpangawat, imagine what would happen if everyone did the same thing, no? If the world will become, if the world will become chaotic if waton sa tanan nga action, sample ka ng pagpangawat, then the action is morally wrong, no? So, Immanuel Kant, he's saying that it's not fair to make exception for yourself. That's the first formulation, no? He's saying that it's not fair to make exceptions for yourself, no? So, the first formulation, the universalizability principle, it's like, kung anong mas complicated, saying nga, do not do unto others what you don't want others do unto you. So, na siya, no? And second principle of formulation is the formula of humanity. It states that act so that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in that of another, always as an end and never as a mere means, no? It means that kita mga tao dapat dili ta manggamit sa usa ka tao para molambo or unlad ka, like dili ka manlamang ba, dili ka dili ka opportunista, kana muna siya sa formula of humanity. And lastly, we have the kingdom of ends formulation. It said that act as if you were a law-making member of a kingdom of ends. Pasabot ani kay your action will be based if kung himuon mo siya, if himuon mo action, and that action will it help the society, makatabang ba siya, then that action is morally right. That's according to the last formulation, kingdom of ends formulation. Another example of the ontology can be about the flood control issue karon sa Pilipinas, no? So, ang gibuhat sa mga public officials kay morally wrong, sayop yun siya. They have the duty to be honest and transparent sa lahang work unta. But despite that, kay nang corrupt gyapon sila, no? Ikurakot gyapon nila ang kwarta, which resulted in a very bad outcome. Grabe ang namatay, no? Sadly, tungod kay wala mapugni ang baha or bisag na-listen man lang tatong kuan sa ang damages, no? So, ilang action kay very unethical or immoral, and they violate the moral rules, which is to be honest. And as what the ontology stated, an action is morally right if they fulfill their duty. And in case mga tao nga behind sa flood control projects, dili sila honest, di ba? So morally wrong. Sige, if they fulfill their duty, wala dyan siya ma-fulfill sa mga corrupt public officials, di ba? So mo siya ang sa ontology. So next in the list, I think the second one is we have utilitarianism. It's founded by Jeremy Bentham and developed and popularized by John Stuart Mill. So, utilitarianism is an ethical theory that is founded on the principle of utility, meaning it considers an act morally good if the outcome or consequences maximizes the happiness and well-being to the greatest number of people. So, it is total opposite of the ontology, no? Kaya ang the ontology focuses on the intention of the action rather than the consequences of that action. So, to put utilitarianism simply, if the outcome of your action will result in happiness for a lot of people, then your action is morally right, even if the action is done using dishonest means, no? So, as long as ang outcome sa imong gibuhat sa imong action is kana nakapalipay og daghang nga tao, or like butang naka-convenient og daghang nga tao, it is considered as morally right according to utilitarians or utilitarianism. So as an example, we take Duterte's arrest as an example, no? So Duterte was arrested by the ICC tungod sa iyang war on drugs sa una, daghan namatay and dili jud siya maayo. No, but if we look and judge the 30's reason of arrest and base it on utilitarianism, then we can say na gibuhat ng 30 was morally right. Daghan tuod na matay, including my uncle sa una, but mas nilabaw man ang happiness or like butang nga safety nga na-feel sa tibuok katawan sa Pilipinas. Kay grabe ni babaog 73.67% ang crime rate ato sa Philippines, di ba? Liman ka, more than 50%, no? So ito sa Philippines, and 200 million worth of illegal drugs ang na-seize or nakuha sa PNP ngadto sa mga drug traffickers, no? So just like what utilitarianism states, an act is morally right if it maximizes the happiness and well-being of the greatest number of people, even if the action is done using dishonest or ugly means. So bisan to daghan namatay kay sa gibuhat ng 30 war on drugs kanang tungod kay nung namatay yung mga hindi pa mo sila na it is based on utilitarianism, it is good or morally right, ano? Kay daghan to namatay but mas nilabaw man ang just like what I said, ang na feeling ng safety or convenient nahatag sa katong action sa katawan sa Pilipinas. So mana siya ang utilitarianism. So next on to this, we're going to talk about virtue ethics, and it's founded by Aristotle. So virtue ethics is an ethical theory that emphasizes that the individual's virtue or moral character rather than following a set of rules. Aristotle believed that if we focus on being good people, then the right action will come or follow effortlessly. It's like your actions are based on who you are, like your actions are not by fulfilling a duty, perhaps a deontology, or based sa outcomes, just like utilitarianism. Instead, your action can be based on who you are and what you're trying to be. Like, if you're trying to be a good person, then a good person will do a good deed, right? So that's what Aristotle means. Virtue also means the right amount, dili pasukaan, and dili pud pagganyan. And maayo, and mo na siya gitawag nga golden mean. Virtue theory also suggests that you should become virtuous because if you are, then you can attain the pinnacle of humanity, which is called eudaimonia. Eudaimonia means a life will live or a human flourishing. What is yung meaning sa eudaimonia? It means living life to the fullest and finding happiness from achieving something really difficult, no? So, but how to be virtuous, you might ask. To be virtuous is to do the right thing in the right way and know how to handle yourself and how to get along with others. Like na kay self-conscious ba? Tama ba? Na self-conscious ka ng kamuda sa imong kagalingon, aware ka sa imong palibot, sa ma-feel sa yung mga kauban, kababasa o kanang surroundings pa, Overall, virtue ethics is like athletes that train their bodies. Virtuous people train their character. Like the more you practice good action, like kindness or honesty, the stronger your moral character becomes. So just like what I said earlier, your actions, moral actions in Moboto will be based on who you're trying to be. Like if you're trying to be a good person, then you will do good deeds, no? But to be virtuous doesn't mean kanang buhat lang ang kausa nga maayo kay virtuous na ka, no? Dili na siya pwede. To be virtuous, you have to do again and again. You have to do good deeds again and again. Wala siya para makuha ng mga virtuous ka, virtuous person, no? So, an example of virtue ethics is the congressman of Cebu's 5th district, Mr. Joe Fresco. During the typhoon Tino that ravaged his district, which is ethnically Luan, he was not there. He was out relaxing and taking vacation in Europe despite knowing the possible danger that typhoon have or dala, no? He did not or failed to show compassion to the people under his district, and he just left them there. He doesn't have integrity and the courage to face the typhoon and get the people into safety. No, so which is very wrong when it comes to virtue ethics. So for the last ethical theory that we're gonna tackle in this video is social contract theory. So it is an ethical theory that states morality is born when we cooperate together as a society and make an agreement. Like example, you stop at a traffic light kay ni-read siya, di orong ganit because to avoid punishment, but because you understand that ang pag-urong during red light will keep everyone safe and that other people would also do the same, since it's like an agreement ba na like sa society nga if red light then stop, if green then go. Muna siya ang kwan sa social contract theory, no? So these are the different philosophers that saw social contract theory in different ways in terms of how much freedom they give up to their government or rules in exchange for security and protection. So first is Thomas Hobbes. And in his books titled Leviathan, ano siya nga, people in nature are violent creatures, no? Like wild guild, like we would cause destruction if we would cause destruction or chaos, no? So he believed that in order for us to avoid that from happening, society should have a strong authoritative figure, and that person kay may absolute power. Like since dictator ka na. Kumbaga, according sa kay Thomas Hobbes, may mag-rule sa atua aron mahapsalita and would give up some of our freedom for exchange the safety and protection nato. And also to avoid itong giingon sa iyong libro or sa libro nga Leviathan nga to cause us people or humans would cause chaos or destruction if kanang mapasagdod lang no? Second is si John Locke. So John Locke stated that people should be free and enjoy their rights and freedom, and he believed that the government should only govern with consent of the people. Kumbaga, mamuno lang ka if sugtan ka sa mga tao, or tugutan ka ba, sa majority, no? According to John Locke. So in other words, ang mga tao mismo mao'y mag-choose or elect kung kinsa himuon nga authoritative figure to make laws that are going to protect us humans and our freedom and govern on our behalf. And that said, people can also overthrow that authoritative figure if he can't fulfill his role or he isn't acting in our interest anymore. And the role of the government is to protect our rights, so life, liberty, and property. So in other words, according to John Locke, we people have the rights to choose, or we would give consent to the government or to a person to make him the authoritative figure, and we can also overthrow them or pwede na sila mapapahawa if dili na ma-fulfill ilang duty or role, no? And lastly, we have Jean-Jacques Rousseau. So he believed that people are naturally good, but the society corrupts them. And unlike sa kay John Locke and Thomas Hobbes, giingon kay we have the right to help create the law, and that the government should be fair and laws should be based on what benefits everyone, dili na kay ang mga dato makabenepisyo, no? So we'll take again the flood control issue as an example. So the people that are behind this issue kay mga public officials nga some of us mo'y mismo nabutar para sa kanang posisyon, so di na ko masulti no o kinsa, and so expect them that they should do their duty right and serve us with good law or actions, like we give our taxes for those funds para unta sa ato sa safety. But unfortunately, they fail to do that. Instead, i-corrupt nila ang budget, no? So as people, obviously, have the right para mareklamo, no? And we criticize them, some of us para protesta, and demand change. Their actions are morally wrong tungod kay as we as a society agree that corruption is wrong. This shows that people hold the government accountable sa ilang actions. So as what the three philosophers said, or specifically John Locke, we give we give consent to an authority figure to make the law, no, for us, para mag-govern ta, and we also have the right to overthrow them if since nagipot sa mga tao flood control issue, no, nasayo, pwede ito lang overthrow, no? So yeah, and that covers all the topic for today's video, no? And I hope na-explain ako and sakto akong pagka-explain sa mga sa 4 ethical theories, and I hope na namin na-learn, or yeah, I hope na na-learn sa akong discussion, and thank you and God bless. I did my best. Sorry. Okay, thank you.